Okay, let's start with the topic classic problems of synchronization. There are three kinds of problems of synchronization. First one, a bounded buffer problem. Second one, readers writers problem, and third one is dining philosophers problem. So now we'll see how these problems can be solved by using semaphores. First, we'll discuss first one, bounded buffer problem. Bounded buffer problem is also called as a producer-consumer problem and is one of the classic problems of synchronization. And so in this problem we have a finite buffer pool is used to exchange messages between producer and the consumer process because the buffer pool has a maximum size. So this problem is also called as bounded buffer problem. The solution to this problem is creating two counting semaphores, full and empty, to keep track of the current number of full and empty buffers respectively. Okay, let's start by understanding the problem here. So in this problem there is a buffer of n slots and each slot is capable of storing 1 unit of data. That is nothing but, so we have buffer of n slots and each slot n, so each slot is capable of storing 1 unit of data. Now here two processes are running, one is producer and the consumer, which are operating on the buffer. Now here the producer tries to insert the data into an empty slots of the buffer, and consumer tries to remove the data from the filled slots in the buffer. He'll try to remove. Now here producer insert the data and consumer will remove the data from the buffer. Now here the problem here is if those two processes won't produce the expected output if they are being executed concurrently. So there needs to be way to make the producer and the consumer work in an independent manner. Okay, so here is a solution. So one of the solution for this problem is to use semaphore. The semaphore which will be used here is, one is mutex, one is empty, and one more is full. So there are three semaphores are used here. Okay. First one is a mutex, next one is full, and then empty. So first we'll discuss semaphore mutex. So it is a binary semaphore which is used to acquire and release the log, and which is initialized to value 1. Okay. Next we have semaphore full. Semaphore full is a counting semaphore whose initial value is equal to 0 because initially all the slots are empty, and so we have n number of slots in the buffer and initially all the slots are empty. So here the initial value of the full is 0. Okay, next one we have semaphore empty. So it's a counting semaphore and whose initial value is the number of slots in the buffer. Since initially all the slots are empty, so here it is initialized to value n because we have n number of slots and all the slots are empty, so it is initialized to value n. Okay. Now we'll see, so now at any instant the current value of empty represents number of empty slots in the buffer and full represents the number of occupied slots in the buffer. Okay, we need to remember these two, one is full and empty. So empty indicates the number of empty slots in the buffer, full represents the number of occupied slots in the buffer. We'll see how this producer and the consumer operations works if we use semaphores. Okay, now here we have code for the producer and the consumer process. First we'll discuss producer operation. So in producer operation, so here the looking at the code of the producer, we can see that the producer first waits until there are at least one empty slot. If there is at least one empty slots, so initially we have n number of slots, all the slots are empty. Now here the producer, when producer has an item to produce, so next we'll check for the empty slots in the buffer. If there is empty slots, because initially all the slots are empty, so there is empty slots in the buffer, then what will happen is it will decrements the empty semaphore because there will be now one less than empty slots. since producer is going to insert the data into the one of these slots. So here initially all the slots are empty, we have n slots. If producer is inserting data to the one of these slots, empty slots, then the remaining empty slots will be n minus 1. Okay, so when you're inserting data, we need when the producer is inserting data into the buffer, so empty value is decremented to 1. Okay, then when there is a when it got the empty slot, then it acquires the producer will acquire the lock on the buffer, so that is done by the wait mutex. So mutex initializes the value 1. Then after when it acquires the lock, so mutex value is decremented to 1, that is mutex value will be 0. Okay, now here once it acquires the lock on the buffer, so that consumer cannot access the buffer until the producer completes its operation. After performing the insert operation, inserting data into the buffer by the producer, the lock is released by the signal mutex. Now here mutex value will be 0. So it will release the lock, and it allows the other producer process to insert the item into the buffer, and also it allows the consumer process to use the buffer. Okay, so now here signal mutex will release the lock. Then okay, so once the lock is released, the value of the full is incremented to 1, because the producer has just filled the slots in the buffer. Initially the full value is 0. Now here producer has inserted one item into the buffer, so here one of the slot is occupied with the item, so that is we need to increment the value of full is 1. So in producer process, what we need to do is when there is a empty slots in the buffer, the producer will insert the item into the buffer. So when you are inserting data, so empty semaphore value is decremented, and the full semaphore value is incremented to value 1. Okay, then in consumer process, okay, in consumer process, the consumer waits until there is at least one of the slots, at least one of the full slots in the buffer. Now here in this case, the producer is already inserted one item into the buffer. Now here the consumer has at least one full slots in the buffer. Now here what will happen is when there is a one full slots in the buffer, then it decrements the full semaphore value, because the number of occupied slots will be decreased by 1 after consumer completes its operation here, because here consumer process will remove the item, that is removes the item in the occupied slots. So here the full value is decremented to 1, and after consumer completes the operation. After that, consumer will acquire the lock when there is a one of the slot is occupied. The consumer will acquire the lock. Following that, the consumer completes the removal operation, so that the data from the one of the full slots is removed. Then after the data is removed from the slots, one of the full slots, then the consumer will release the lock by using the signal mutex. Then after that, finally the empty semaphore value is incremented to 1, because the consumer has just removed the data from the occupied slots, thus making it empty. So now here in consumer operation, if one of the slot is occupied, then consumer will remove the item from the occupied slots. So in that case, the full of semaphore value is decreased to 1, and empty semaphore value is increased to 1. So this way you can solve the producer consumer problem. That is nothing but, so we have n buffers, n slots. So now here initially all the slots are empty. First producer will produce the items. If there is empty slots in the buffer, the producer will add that item into this one of the slots, empty slots in the buffer. Then after that adding, now here we have two variables is used, two semaphores are used. One is empty, one is full. full is used. Initially this value is empty value is equal to n. So next full value is initialized to 0. Okay, when there is an item is produced, inserted into the one of these slots. Now here, so remaining slots will be empty. Here is n minus 1 slots are empty, so we need to decrement the value of n. Now what, how many slots are full? Now only one slot is full, so full value is increment to 1. Okay. Next, when there is a full, when there is a one of the slot is filled with the item, then the consumer process will remove the item. When the consumer process removes the item, now what will happen? So this item is removed from the slot, and the full value is decreased to value 0. So there is no items in the empty slots. There is no items in the n buffer slots, so it is decreased to value 0. Next, so empty value is increased to 1 because then all the slots are empty now, so it is incremented to n. So now now all the slots are empty, so it is equal to number of slots in the buffer. So this way it can producer consumer problems can be solved.